Hi guys, and welcome back to the channel. So today we have a new project from Realacc, and it's called the TOTG01. Now this has a couple features, but they're still very vague and there's really not much online about it, and I'm just trying to understand everything that we could possibly do with this, because it sounds good, but then it also sounds like we already have some of those options. So I'm kind of confused. I need to start playing with it a little bit. So let's just quickly talk about it. So right here, this is basically the, let's just say, the transmitter, and this is obviously the receiver, and you get two wires. Now none of them will connect to your PC, but you could still connect this to your PC, but you bring that wire yourself. This is a micro USB to a micro USB, and this is a micro USB to the USB-C. Now why would they give you a micro USB to USB-C? Well, what you can do with this is you install this into your quadcopter, and you can control your quad through your phone. Yeah. This guy connected through the USB to your phone, and you could control it. So that's pretty interesting. And it also has, head tracking or gimbal tracking. So you can even, have your normal transmitter flying the quad, I guess, and using channels, I think 7 through 8 for head tracking, or for just, using your phone to tilt the camera how you want it, which is pretty cool. But I don't have much experience in that, but I will very soon when the gimbal comes. So I think that's where I'll use this. So those are two things it could do. Another thing which I'm really excited about, and I think I really like, is the fact that, but the only thing is that this receiver is freaking huge. It's humongous. I mean, I would probably end up removing these and solder everything myself. But what you can do is you can even set it up as a ground station to receive or control data. Like, basically you could set up the RX and TX here, connect them to a UART, and then in theory you would connect to the COM port via either your PC, or connect this to your PC, and then you just have constantly like a connection between Betaflight or iNav or whatever while you're flying, and in theory it should not make any interference. But that's the only three things that it's kind of really stating, but I still don't know what the ppm 5V and ground here is for, but we're gonna have to figure that out. Maybe it's a ppm and 5V ground input for this guy. So it's still very vague for me. I don't understand. I need to start playing with this. It's gonna take some time to play with this. I need to make some some builds and just to try it out and see what else we could do with this. But this will definitely be upcoming again, because I really want to see what's the possibility with this. It looks interesting. It sounds interesting. But what could we use it for? Right now, I'm just drawing a blank, The whole, I like the fact that you can connect through the UARTs and just control Betaflight. It makes it very simple for everyone. But it's just so big that it's just really not practical. Unless you have a super big quad, then it really doesn't matter. But if anyone has any ideas for me to try, let me know down in the comment section, because it has potential, but I'm just constantly just drawing a blank right now. What would I use this for? I could use it for a couple things. I think I'm going to use it for the gimbal on the hexcopter that we're building on the channel once the gimbal arrives, because this thing also does have S-Bus. The receiver here does have S-Bus, which is pretty interesting. It's right there. Then you have RX and TX, and then you have channels 1 through 8. So it's cool, but I don't know yet until we start playing with gimbals. I don't know how it's of use for normal racing quadcopters, but I see it aimed towards more, someone who would want to. You could totally control your racing quadcopter with your phone, but for me that's very scary. I mean, I wouldn't try that. But I mean, if you have a small one, but you could totally do that. But this thing is as big as a micro quadcopter. For example, here's the Dal RC 4-in-1 ESC, just an example of how big this thing is. And here is a Eachine Lizard. Also get an idea of how big this is here. Let's just say you wanted to control your Eachine Lizard with this guy. There you go. That's how you'd have to install this. So it's pretty big, but I don't think it's meant for small stuff. It's cool for the fact that I could have someone come with me, hold my phone, start that virtual application on my phone, and then start controlling the gimbal on the quadcopter that we just built. So that's pretty cool. And I think that's That's all I could really think of right now, other than the fact that, you know, if I leave just an extra JST coming up for a UART on my flight controller, where, you know, I just plug it in, like it's a tuning session basically. I'll plug it in and I'm just tuning through this. Once I'm done, I just pull it out. The JST connector is still there and everything, you know, everything's totally fine. So that could be a very good use. Actually, that is very useful to think about it, really. That's very useful. You know, like you stick that battery in instead of having to go to the OSD, because I've been doing it through the OSD. But if I just had my PC constantly connected and I'm flying within like a, what, 200 meter range, and have this inside while I finish tuning it, once it's finished tuned, land the quad down, pull it out, and then just continue flying. So that I could see very, very useful, to be honest, like really useful. But at the same time, some have Lua script, but yeah, not everyone's running FR Sky and has their Lua script. So this is useful for people, iBus, you know, and PPM, if anyone's still using PPM. So yeah, I see where they're coming from with this. Yeah, I'll have a couple videos on this. I think I should have this in a couple more tutorial videos of how to set this up once I get the hang of it and understand what else we could do with this. Maybe we could do some mods to this. I have no idea. I'll take it apart, see what we can figure out. But overall, it's pretty interesting. It's pretty cool, I guess. It was provided to me by Banggood, and yeah, so we'll see how this one works. Actually, I'm going to start playing with this right now after this video, see what I come up with, and I'll make an update video for that. So that's going to conclude it for this video, guys. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. Please consider joining my Patreon. I have a bunch of giveaways. It's in a couple days now. I have, I think, what do I have to give away? The DYS Shark and some other stuff I forgot. But yeah, I have a lot of like 3 to 4 giveaways this month, and your chances of winning are very high, and it greatly supports the channel. And you can also use the affiliate links down below. Those greatly support the channel. And that's going to conclude it for this video, guys. I really hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you next time. See you guys. Take care.